Welcome! Wait, why am I saying this? It's your channel. Why have you never welcomed them first?
I'm shy, that's why. Well, hello! Welcome back!
Welcome back! What are we looking at this time?
We are looking at a drawing of who you say this time? Lucifer himself. As he is in Hazbin Hotel.
Good, yeah, that's a very good distinction. Thank you for adding that second part.
There are many depictions of Lucifer, but this is the one we're going with.
Uh-huh.
At least today.
Yes. Oh, before I forget, hi, I am friend of channel owner here. I am known as Moral Support, and this is channel owner, Hi Ray.
Hello.
Without further ado, no need for much of a prelude. Let's look at the Goofy Dad.
Let's look at the Goofy Dad. Off he goes. Starting out with a typical circle.
A circle!
Hey!
I'm just thinking of the SpongeBob meme. Just gotta do
First I draw
this.
this head. Then I erase some of the finer details, and 1, 2, 3, a circle thingy. Oh, I love that joke. It's such a dumb joke, but it's a great artist joke.
It really is. Alright, so again, this is our third Hazbin Hotel episode. This is because channel owner here, Hi Ray, has a bit of an obsession with the show.
Guilty as charged.
But I honestly think I in this case, Lucifer is definitely one of my favorites too. Take that, depression is
Take
just
that, depression. It's classic line.
hits hard. It really does. And I think another thing I like about Lucifer is he's short. I'm short. We have so much in common. We both rule no, I mean, never mind.
Tiny but mighty. Its most powerful person in hell is probably like 5'1".
Wait, 5? Am I taller? Am I taller than the devil? That's awesome.
I don't know exactly how tall he is. That's a guess. But yeah, like I think it was stated that Charlie is 6 foot even.
She's 6 foot? Fuck.
And the heights are not exactly the most consistent. That is one thing that bothers me. But it happens, especially with such dramatic height differences. You've got like Lucifer and Vaggie, who are really, really short, and Nifty, who is extremely tiny. And then you have characters like Angel Dust, who's like, I don't know, 8 feet tall?
Right. There is one thing I want to talk about. This is little bit controversial maybe for you. I heard people not be happy with the Lucifer Dad episode. Mainly because they feel like Charlie and him made up too quickly. I don't agree. I think that's fine for the style of the show they did, but I can understand their argument when they think of it in the grounds of, I can understand like if it was like real life, correct, you're right, that's something, and that's something I see a lot of other shows have started to slowly do. It was like, oh, I'm not just gonna immediately forgive you kind of thing, but I feel Hazbin isn't episodic, but it kind of semi is in a way.
It is. It has some plots that are contained within episodes, but there is an overarching plot that. And one of my major complaints about Hazbin is that that season 1 was too short, and it feels just a tad bit rushed in the storytelling. But I blame executives for that. Rather than the creators. They were given 8 episodes and they did their best.
You have to give them credit, because I won't, because I am always, and have been for a while, saying, bring back 24 episode seasons!
Yes, please!
Bring them back! Let them soak! Let them soak!
Why do we have so many shows that are just like barely there? Bring back shows that have more than 10 episodes per season, please.
Here's the biggest thing why that's a good thing, is because you get, first off, the main thing is you get to have these characters more and get to understand them and learn more about them, but also you get to waste episodes, and that's the best part. People complain about filler, but filler's whole thing, it lets you learn more about the character in different way in situations you normally wouldn't see them from the main plot.
Exactly. I get so annoyed with people complaining about filler. The story is kind of a catalyst for the characters for me. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I love filler for that reason. I love just seeing the characters be. But even then, not everything is filler, as people think. A lot of people complain that episodes that set up for future events are filler when they're really just kind of quieter than other episodes.
Oh no, I think most people on the internet don't know what filler actually is. And I think the argument for being against filler is fully from anime. It is from people who watch anime and then learn the term filler, and then they try to bring it over to Western shows, even though it doesn't work that same way. Filler in anime happens because it comes from the source media of a manga or a light novel, and it's not done yet, and so the episodes are going, and so they need to give the manga, the original source, time to make more of the actual thing, so they do something else.
Yep, they're trying to fill for time while keeping their audience busy.
And then you go for Steven Universe, where people kept complaining like, oh, it's too much filler, when none of that was filler.
None of that was filler. That was all setting things up for, that was all character development and setting things up for the next big arc.
Not even just that, it's just simply Steven's universe.
It's just Steven being Steven.
It's him interacting with all the people around him, the town, the people of Beach City. Him just being a kid.
A show that's like action all the time would be fucking exhausting.
I mean, I've enjoyed some action all the time shows, but even those shows have had like silly episodes that have like the whole episode wasn't all action.
Exactly, like you need, kind of like how very, very serious media needs comedic relief. A lot of these big bombastic action-packed shows do need some quieter, more downtime episodes to kind of balance it out, or else the audience is gonna get overwhelmed and, I don't know, pass out.
Yeah, it's a very much of a, if it's tension the whole time, you need that release. And these more lagged episodes are the release. And I fully wish Hazbin Hotel was allowed to have had those episodes.
Exactly, yeah. And going back to Lucifer and Charlie's relationship, because we got really sidetracked from that.
Oh, I remembered. I was waiting for that. Go ahead.
It was done okay because it's not like Lucifer was abusive towards Charlie. I think was able to recover so fast because both of them wanted it.
Exactly. I would agree. That's exactly my thoughts too. It's just,
it wasn't like Lucifer was mean to her. He was just so mentally ill that he was absent. And he really did want that relationship, and she wanted that relationship. And so that's why it was once he finally was able to come through, then it was easy.
Exactly. He had a true and actual heart-to-heart, which is what Charlie always wanted. And in the first place, and even if he was neglectful with her, he never was not, like, ever not talking to her. He did. It's canonically, they were messaging. Maybe it was just to do stuff, but like...
She brushed it off as when he was bored, but he really did always care.
Plus, this is nothing proven, but we really don't know enough about Lilith and her. She is part of that three-way dynamic, mother, father, daughter. What role did she play in potentially making this happen? Because, you know, they are divorced, right? They divorced, so how?
Separated, but
it makes me feel
enough.
like there's more to it.
Yeah, and there's always a chance that issues between them sprung up a long time ago. And Lilith might have even been actively keeping Charlie away from him. Who knows?
That's exactly that. Yeah, that's my thought. It's like, it they are a divorce. Charlie is a child of divorced parents. It's messy.
It's very messy.
Especially when the first devil and the first woman.
Lilith just kind of fucked off. So now there's nothing really Lucifer's own mind is really the only thing holding him back from having that relationship with Charlie. And as someone who has dealt with mental illness, I won't go into detail. It can be rough to reach out and conquer, especially when a lot of your fears have to do with your relationships. I mean, you saw him winding himself up to talk to Charlie. He was nervous.
Right, he really was. It's complicated, it's messy, and the hardest thing for people to do is not even just ask for help, but interact with other people in general. It's not easy, especially when you're not in a good place.
Mental illness loves company, so it's usually if you have one, you'll have multiple. So depression often comes with anxiety. So there is that anxiety of his relationship with Charlie, and I think him kind of conquering that to be a more present parent was really beautiful to watch. Even if it was a little fast.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, Lilith was at a fucking beach. So I'm like, fuck her.
Yeah, Lilith better have a damn good excuse for abandoning this sweet, squishy husband and an absolute Disney princess of a daughter. Like, what is wrong with you?
That's the thing I can't wait for season 2. One, I can't wait for a Lilith song, because that's gonna be bomb. But also, I can't wait to hear the fuck is going on. Gone for 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
Was having a honeymoon with Alistair or something? I don't know.
A lot of people do think that Lilith is the one who owns Alistair's soul.
It has to be. It, like, literally has to be, because he was gone 7 years. He's been gone that long. They're making it too obvious.
I mean, yeah, the two running theories are that it's either Lilith, or it's the root of all evil, or Rue, who people theorize is Eve.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even think of that possibility. Holy shit, that's awesome.
But something went down 7 years ago. Alistair disappeared. Lilith disappeared. Everybody's just kind of 7 years ago just kind of fucked everybody up. What the hell happened?
Okay, though, wait. I know why they calling her the root of all evil, but they make her actually in the show as someone who was raised very religious, knowing her story. I'm gonna be a little annoyed if she's actually is evil. Like, you let Adam go to heaven? Fuck y'all, man.
I know. This is another reason to hate this depiction. To be mad at this not hate, but be mad at this depiction of heaven. Like, they are so pretentious. But yeah, I'll have to include a picture of her and send it to you later.
Oh, they have a picture of her?
Well, it's like really, really old.
Doesn't matter. I'm so psyched. You gotta also put it here in case other people don't know.
But yeah, she's known as Rue. But again, people are theorizing that she's Eve. But we don't really know. There's a lot that's still unanswered, which is fair because they were only given 8 fucking episodes in season 1.
Again, I am not sure if they really, like, you can fight. If you're not gonna fight for 8 episodes is so few. It is so few. Like, this absolutely was a moment where you could have, like, at least fought for 13.
Yeah, and there's so many shows that are ending up with 8 episodes in a season, and I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Shorter and shorter and shorter. Isn't that what Digital Circus is gonna be? Only 8 episodes and that's it?
I think it's actually 9, but still, that is less than 10, and that's why.
Not even double digits.
please, more shows in the double digits.
Yes. But this is all to say that despite, enjoying the show, we're not like, oh, it has no faults, it has no flaws.
Oh, it's
no.
definitely flawed.
Yeah, no.
I think there are a fair amount of people who kind of confuse their subjective opinion and objective opinion. As an artist, I'm fully willing to critique the and point out the flaws of shows that I really, really like. But yeah, it's not going to stop me from liking it. If I like it, I like it. And if I don't, I don't. Even if it is objectively a good show.
I agree. I prefer looking and critiquing the stuff I like, because it lets me understand what I like about it and what I don't even more, and that's great.
Yeah, and especially with animation, it's it kind of helps you understand, hone that kind of understanding of how things work and what can be improved. I mean, I tend to be a little bit overly critical of myself, but so I could probably stand to do it a little less. But
oh, you think?
Yeah, that's but it is kind of a thing to. I think a good skill any artist could have is to be able to look at something and see both positive and negative. And it can be hard when it's your own work because you're so close to it that the good things just kind of disappear. And then when you look at it, all you see are the flaws.
We are always our own worst critic.
Dunning-Kruger effect works in both directions, and it is a bitch.
Yeah, the other direction I want to point out is also people forgetting that there's more perspectives out there than their own.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that plus two other things. This seems to be the thing people keep mentioning as the decline of media literacy theory. People not able to just critically look at stuff. 2, as I said, not understanding the difference between subjective and objective and different perspectives. And then finally, just some stuff's just not for you.
Yeah, and I mean, it disappoints me to no end just to know that, because just seeing that, because yeah, it's true. Media literacy has gone down the toilet, and it's really, really disappointing. Because media literacy is kind of the most fun part of media for me.
Absolutely. Oh, I forgot about subtlety and nuance. That's been dead for a long time.
Yeah, and there's Finished Lucy, but
I love Lucy. Wait. Okay, now you need to put at the end of here a little poster from the I Love Lucy show and put your Lucifer's face on top of that one, Lucy.
Hell yeah! Little Photoshop project.
We could sell that as one of our shirts in our store, actually.
Oh, that might be funny.
We'll discuss it. That's absolutely a good idea.
We'll figure out the merch thing later.
Absolutely. But until next time, I hope you all enjoyed this drawing and this discussion that went in a bunch of different directions.
Oh, absolutely. This was the most ADHD conversation in a while.
I have not been diagnosed, but well, I think the closest thing to diagnosis I have gotten is our friend, my bad's therapist, saying through proxy of hearing stories about me that they think I'm autistic. That always gets to me.
I mean, I'm diagnosed autistic, so yeah.
Look, I'll get checked eventually.
We're the neurodivergent squad.
Squad with a Z. You'll have to figure out where the Z is yourself. All right, I think that's enough of our ramblings.
All right, see y'all next time, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, adios.